Eddie Glaude nailed it about a large percentage of Americans. He nailed it about the vision that others outside of the country thinks about us. But more importantly, he sees something that we better all see and try to mitigate sooner than later. Now, right now, this immigration issue, specifically what's occurring with all the raids that they're doing in LA that's causing disruption. We all know that this is part of the Trump distraction to screw most Americans, to screw MAGA, to screw poor people, to screw the middle class, to transfer their wealth to the wealthy. It's not that he hates the poor. It's not that he hates the middle class. It's worse. He doesn't really give a damn. He just wants to take monies from wherever he can to ensure that his class is taken care of. The wealthy class is taken care of. This has nothing to do with love or hate or anything like that. He is just a capitalist who will extract, who will take. And again, so immigration is an issue where he is able to work on. First, he gets you to hate the immigrants, or he gets a large percentage of Americans to hate the immigrants. And then he makes it okay to hunt them down, as Glaude is going to point out, like the Slave Act. Anyway, he's going to talk about that. But he makes it okay. This has been a slow indoctrination of the American people. First, hate that government can be the solution. Make one believe that government is inefficient, etc. Of course, it's not. Government is a lot more efficient than the private sector. They just can't admit that because of that magic word called profit. But they cannot admit that government is more efficient. They cannot admit it. And all the financial numbers that they put out are made with skewed data that one should understand. So government can never be more efficient than the private sector. I mean, the private sector can never be more efficient than the government. Now, the other thing, after they get you to lose confidence in government, they start to create demons. They create all those others that you need to learn how to hate. Because you can only damage folks that you hate. During the slavery days, they made you feel that those other people, there was something about them. They're not like you. They're animals. They are the same thing that Israel does about the Palestinians. They're not like you. And if you start to believe they're less than you, if you think they're less than an animal, you don't have a problem harming them. So when you are raiding a school, or you're raiding a home, and the kids are crying, Mom, I can't, you're taking my mom, you're taking my dad. Even as you love your own daughter, and that would have pained you as a dad, that would have pained you as a mother. You don't see it that way because you have been indoctrinated into looking at these other people as the other, less than people that it is okay to harm. You know, you can like a chicken while you're growing up, but you know you're going to eat that chicken later on. And when you kill that chicken, it's okay because it was a lesser being to you. And that is where we're at, folks. We have had a psychology that's been working to make sure and demonize that which gets us to the goal. Not us. The wealthy has been playing us to get their goals accomplished. So many have joined the fight on the side of the people who are going to screw them to get, they've joined on the side that is harming them. I want you to listen to Eddie Glaude here, and then we'll take it on the other side.
You were bursting as we were droning on.
No, I'm just thinking about what the country is primed to accept. There is the reality that Donald Trump is breaking every norm. He's extending the scope of executive power. We know that what he's doing is a spectacle for his base. All the talk of the fallout between him and Elon Musk, all the talk about the bad version of the big, beautiful bill, all the talk about the grift in the administration is now gone. So the people who were clamoring.
I led with it. It's not gone.
It's not gone. But what I'm saying though, is that is it the case that because this is happening, the cracks that we were noting last week and the week before, will that disappear now that folk have their red meat? Now that they're going to see the spectacle of quote unquote LA on fire, which it's not? Right? What will happen? Will he activate the ugliness that got him in office in the first place? Will folk now declare why they love him? Because we know that he's always good on the immigration question. And then the second thing, this reminds me historically of it's not a clear analogy, but when the nation, when these political factions divided the nation in between slaveholders and slave catchers. When they made everybody with the fugitive slave law, all of us had to, if someone escaped, all of us had to return that particular piece of property to these folk. With ICE running around LA, forcing people to make choices. Will they protect their friends, their neighbors, their family members? Will they confront these folk? And they're terrorized. You see people crying, you see babies crying, and these people come in here and do this shit? And what are they supposed to do? And then you just add the police into that? We know that the country's about to pop. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, excuse the cuss word, I'm sitting here trying to figure out, right, what will the country stomach? Are they going to allow this man to do this? And the answer that I keep coming to is yes.
Say more.
I don't know what else to say. How can I? Here's the thing. Donald Trump, as a political charlatan of sorts, gives Americans license to be who they really are. They don't have to pretend. And when you see what they really are, who they really are, these people who support him, right? It's dark.
I guess my hope would be that the people he's deporting, 9, 12, and 15% of all Americans support the deportation of men and women who've been here a long time, men and women who've had their children here, and men and women who have jobs. 9, 12, 15. Right. 87% of Americans support deporting adjudicated violent criminals. That's not who he's picking up.
Right. Right, but he's still picking them up. He's still, I think I've been in Paris, I've been in France for the last week. And I had this interesting conversation with this guy. He said, he's an older guy. And he says, when I was young, all that I ever wanted to do was to come to this country, to come to America. Everything about America was the place that I dreamed. Now my children don't want to have anything to do with that place. Right? So there's that reality. Then I fly back in last night and I'm hearing and I'm watching this in Charles de Gaulle before I get on the plane, and I get back here and I'm just wondering over and over again, right? What have we become? Because you can cite those numbers, but the world that we inhabit is that Tom Holman and others are terrorizing our communities, right? And it's happening, even though those numbers say that a lot of people disagree.
Eddie Glaude nails it. This is all true. A lot of it is a distraction that will be used over and over again. So we want to take your Medicaid. Hey, look at the immigrants. They're criminals and we're getting rid of them as we pass the budget on to destroy your Medicaid. You want to give a whole lot of bombs to Israel while there's complaint. Hey, look at what those anti-Semites and those immigrants are doing. We need to arrest them. We need to throw them out of the country as we pass the bills to screw you. You want to get rid of regulations that throw crap into the ocean and throw crap into the rivers? Hey, look at DEI. Those people are getting their jobs. They're not deserving. DEI got them hired. They're not deserving as they mess with regulation to harm you. You see, they play you like a fiddle. If you're not aware of what's happening to you in real time, you are being played. And there's a large percentage of America and all of middle class and working class MAGA are being played.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.